Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings. Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in combat.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salah-ad-Din's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! I stand before you to deliver it! Come back now!
Geber kafir! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Come no further. You are not allowed to be here. Leave. You're a dead man. Come back This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Once he was a teacher, a false prophet. Take a look. See if I'm not right.
what you see? Come on, come on! Ah, you seem to know exactly what you want. You'll find everything here, my friend.
shouldn't be
There's
running
nothing
like that.
I do not have.
Why is he in such a hurry?
I've got what you need. I'm
Welcome.
I have everything you'll ever need.
King and his
Everything, everything. Everything. Sure you everything I have.
will of God
See what I've got.
must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they see only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. The English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Salah rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged.
You dare steal in my presence?
I am at your service.
What's he running from?
For today only. Come, people. Come see what I have to offer.
Someone in that
He seems to be in a rush.
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting.
Come no further.
It's forbidden for you to be gone.
Won't anyone help me?
This one must be funny. To deliver a warning. When Richard takes Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next.
You dirty thief!
We must kill him.
You
The
hate
war
us.
has to begin. I don't want to die.
Is that man?
What a fool! It's forbidden for you to be here. أيها اللص! How reckless can one get?
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
All right, where are you?
That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed. Where is the one responsible? Praise be Salahadin. He has found the strength.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. I beg of you. I beg of you just a few coins, please.
Why would he do that?
Run back now.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning.
Could you spare a few
Well,
coins?
I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
I'm poor and sick and hungry.
خلونا سبب السلوك الأحمق. لص حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
That you want.
موت أيها اللص.
Please, sir, have any money?
Hırsızlar garajına müstahak.
Leave now, or I'll make...
Let me go.
موت أيها اللص.
Altair, here,
لص
take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Please, someone do something.
You are not allowed to be here.
لص حقير.
Kime boyun Burada! Bu tarafta! Buraya!
Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, find favor with us, that he may grant us victory. Praise be Salahadin. He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Shaitan is everywhere. Watch it. Be wary, friend. The Shaitan is everywhere. Watching, waiting.
Have you just a
Kept
few
us
coins,
always.
please?
many things
Be
to do.
strong. All I ask is for a few coins.
Take up arms against our enemies.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Benden bir daha kaçamayacaksın.
No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please. A few coins.
Benden bir daha kaçamayacaksın.
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Impetus! You will die here! Don't get away from me!
I'll have your hand for that! How could he have escaped? You are Listen here, citizen. If you're tired of shopping food, then come see me. My merchandise is without fear. Not find better items anywhere else. Somebody's got your eye. For you to deliver a warning. Richard takes Java. There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
Find favor with us, that he may grant us victory! Be wary, friends! The Shaitan is everywhere! Watching,
You want it? I've
waiting!
got
He tempts us always!
sorun çıkartacak. You are wise.
Listen here, citizen.
Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God, and must be made to pay!
You won't find battle prices anywhere. Thief! You are thief!
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Thief! You are filth!
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that!
Stop it, quick!
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense.
لست حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك. All right, where are you?
Over here!
Oh! There's a murderer. Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You'd do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed. Citizen, bring forth your writings. Place them in the pile before me. Keep any is as secret as
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Belki aklında değilsin ama halihazırda kaybettin. Stand no chance against me. God is on my side. Don't kill me!
I'm so hungry.
What are you doing?
Leave now. Yargıda değilsin ama yargıda kaybettin.
You cannot run forever!
هل تحتاج شيئا؟
Leave me alone!
Seems like you must pay for their crime.
Get away from me!
He tempts us always. Be strong! Strong like Saladin!
Go
Take
pester
up
someone
arms
else.
against our enemies in whatever way you can! I stand before you to deliver a warning.
You must be blind!
Today, I'll have out of the way! My way!
Çık ortaya ve dövüş. Kime boyun Gel buraya. Babayı çekil önümden yok ederim.
Mercy on your soul!
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Kime boyun eğmektesin? Beni yenemeyeceksin. Kaçman fayda etmez. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yener. Belki fark edeceksin ama kaybetmeyin onu. Açılın. Çekil önümden yok edin. You will die here. Gel buraya. Gel buraya.
You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I do not have. You want it, I've got it. Something caught your eye?
Nereye kayboldun?
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act. And
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kaybetmeyin onu!
you must not escape.
Geber kafir!
All for me.
Kapalı bile yenerim. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni
You will not stop my work.
Beni kapalı bile yenerim. Belki partide değil ama alyazda kaybederim. Ama alyazda kaybederim.
Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim. Belki partide değilsin ama alyazda kaybederim. Beni yenemeyeceksin.
Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. Gel buraya.
Please, sir, have any money? Somebody help
Stop him! Keep up! Move away or be careful! Move! I will catch you! Look out! Kenyon will see him! Found him! He won't get away from me! I found him! He's here! Don't let him get away! Find him!
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning to Masyaf, or by pickpocketing thugs.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sibrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
Someone tell me why he's doing that?
You can create diversions with dead bodies. Soldiers will leave their posts to investigate them, allowing you to enter the area they were guarding.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believe myself above the Creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Saladin, a plague upon his people. We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to accept.
Why would anyone want to die? You're hurting me!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
That hurts! Stop it, please!
Die, thief!
Won't anyone help me?
Dare steal my presents. Double talk you will find. Dare steal my presents. Double talk you will find. Double talk you will find. Teach you not to steal. Die, thief!
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please!
Die, thief!
Please, sir, have any money? No, you don't understand. I'm poor.
He should stop acting like a child.
you not to steal. What the hell is he doing?
Do something.
You dirty thief! You have no business here. I'll have your hands for that!
Help me. Anyone.
ردوها علي.
Die! I have your head! Trouvez-moi ce bandit! Il est là! Je vais te traquer comme un animal! Il ne doit pas s'échapper! Il s'est enfui, trouvez-le!
Il a trouvé refuge ailleurs dans cette ville.
Stop! You must not trespass here.
Leave, peasant.
Is there a reason for him to do that?
Oh! He's gonna hurt.
A few coins. All I asked for is but a few coins.
He must not be of sound mind.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
What is it that you want?
You! Yes, you! I recognize those robes. Stay your blade, I mean you no harm. It's your help I need. I've crossed a man, and now he seeks my life. The details are unimportant, just know that he deserved it. See me safely to the city gates, and I'll make it worth your while.
Heathen! This is where you die! You think you can... someone? I will make you bleed! I beg of you!
Who did this?
Is that... Oh, no.
Your life ends now! Si vous l'apercevez, ne le laissez pas s'enfuir.
Where's the one responsible for this?
Gardez l'œil ouvert.
Please, don't leave
You
like
friend of
this.
mine?
Just a few
No,
coins,
so get away from
please.
me.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of
Si
you.
vous
Just a
l'apercevez,
few coins,
ne le laissez pas
please.
s'enfuir.
Sir, a few coins. I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money. I beg of you. Sir, have any money? I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
Excellent. I should be safe now. Ah, yes, the reward I promised. Here you are. This map has served me well in the past. Hopefully, it will do the same for you.
Die, heathen! Or I may...
Please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. Please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. Please, sir, have any money?
It's getting worse. His paranoia knows no bounds. He's doubled our shifts. No one sleeps.
Wasn't so bad till he decided to make the port his home.
He's planning something at sea. That's why he came here.
Planning what? What's the meaning of this? Two of you off in a corner, whispering, plotting?
Nothing of the sort. We were only...
Only what? What secrets are you keeping?
You misunderstand.
Damned assassins, they're probably here right now, watching us. Do you find this amusing? Do you? Pull off while you can. Double the patrols.
Which ones?
All of them!
But we don't have the men.
Find them! Recall our knights from the field if you must.
Je sais à quoi tu ressembles.
Show you.
Einmal schon auf die Verloren. Lass ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen.
A few coins, all right. A few coins.
Leave me alone, for Christ's sake. What's got him so bothered?
Help me! Somebody help me!
Bandit! J'aurai ta peau! Je te ferai trancher la main!
Take yourself from my sight.
Diebstahl mit dem Tode bestraft! Diebstahl! Er ist ein toter Mann, wenn er sich erneut hier zeigt.
Haltet eure Augen offen! Wird bestimmt wiederkommen! Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft! Diebe gehören gehängt! Elender Dieb! Du wirst sterben!
Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
Elender Dieb! Du wirst sterben! Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft!
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please!
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft!
What have I done wrong? Tell me,
He's not here. Let's look elsewhere.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
You're mine!
You tell him I said no. I won't have you damn soldiers poking about in my business.
Listen here, old man.
No, you listen to me. This is my property, not his. I don't care if Christ himself put the man in charge.
He isn't asking. It's in order.
That's rich. The man couldn't order his way out of a burlap sack. I've seen the mess he's made of the docks. I won't let him ruin mine.
Just read the letter. You'll see his terms are quite generous.
I grow tired of this. Look, I'll consider what he has to offer, but I doubt it'll change my mind. Now go on, get out of here.
I wonder what scares him.
Scheint mir, als sei auch wieder Lublin.
Ah! Please be more careful.
Does he really have a reason for doing that?
Greetings, brother. How fares your search?
I've learned all there is to know about my target.
Share your knowledge with me, then.
Sibrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Mualim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair.
Of course, Rafiq. But I think it will be to my advantage. Fear will weaken him.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
I've done nothing wrong!
Voleur! Tu paieras cher pour tes crimes. Maudit voleur! Je te ferai trancher la main!
That hurt! Stop
Why is he
it,
doing
please!
that?
Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident. And they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you! Let him stay my hand!
You've gone mad! Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre! Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work. Fine! None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen myself! Damn you!
Un assassin! Il ne doit pas s'échapper!
I won't give Al-Mualim the satisfaction! God! God! Stop him! Stop him! God!
Je vais t'expliquer! Ratez-le-moi! Je vais te traquer comme un animal!
Mag es noch nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren! Hier, du Narr! Hier, du Narr! Kannst du nicht kriegen! Mag es noch nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren! Hier, du Narr! Kannst nicht kriegen! Du bist mein! Mag es noch nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren! Don't do this.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe?
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
no further.
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself. Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear. Everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce your chances of attracting unwanted attention.
Meet my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Piece of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced, then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing, if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.